Welcome back to Budgeting on the Go, guys. Today I'm going to make a video on how I paid off my student loan. The first one, now we're working on the second one. I'll be showing you guys, so stay tuned. Okay, the first thing that I want to address is if you guys have not seen why I haven't been making new videos, or why I haven't been making new printables. I did make a shop. I'm not gonna edit these videos either, but that's also in the first video that I made before this one. So go ahead and watch. Why I just have computer issues, so I can't edit. So do watch that one so you can find out all the juicy details on that. Basically, I just paid off my student loan. One of the first student loans that I had, I paid it off. So, guys, if you have paid off any student loan, any debt that you have, congratulations. It's the first thing I want to say. Congratulations. There's no better feeling than knowing that you don't have a company on your back calling you, trying to garnish your wages or anything like that. So, congratulations to everyone that has paid off a student loan. Basically, tip number one, when you are on a low income, you do have to make a budget, guys. I know that it's hard, especially when you are paying rent, a house, a mortgage, utilities, you have children. It can be overwhelming because you're trying to stretch out your income as far as possible, right? Especially when you don't buy luxury things and you still see that you're not having enough. It can be quite overwhelming. So I did make cash envelopes, as you can see. This one is for gas, and this one has been for lunch. Also, these are old ones, so you can see that I have been using these up. I also have I didn't bring them here with me. I have the calendars that you guys can see and set up your month, what you need to pay. Some of your utilities you can bring down. Some of your utilities you can bring down. Your grocery is something that you can bring down. Gas you can try and bring down. So there are things that you can bring down that will help you save up to pay off debt. So one of the first things that I would tell you is try to see what bills you can bring down. Tip number two, try and save on groceries. Use coupons, use apps. There are apps that'll help you save or give you money back within groceries. Try to check out the sales before you go out. Make recipe plans. That way you know what you need. Check your pantry. Make sure you don't go grocery shopping hungry. Tip number three, I would say take lunch. What I like to do is I get paid every 2 weeks. So I do week 1, week 2. What days? What 2 days? Start off with 1 day. Start off with 1 day. Out of those 5 days you work, take 1 day, take lunch. Just so that you can get a groove into things and know what you can take to lunch and whatnot. Eat breakfast at home before you go. I know some people buy out breakfast, buy out lunch. I've never bought out breakfast. Very rare that I buy out breakfast. I always take my breakfast from home. Always, always. The 8 years that I've been working for the company I'm in, I've always taken breakfast. Number two, the second thing that you can do is take lunch. If I can brown bag it the whole week, that's what I will do. Because it depends on how much you want to pay off. If you don't, then try 2 weeks. If you're not more of a reheating food or, just like eating simple stuff, 2 days a week at least. Try 1, 2, 3 days a week. Try brown bagging it to get everything flowing and to try and save up. So that's how I managed to save up a lot of my money to pay off my first student loan. I would actually take more lunch to work. So if let's say I took out $50, $60 for the 2 weeks of lunch, I would only spend about $10. So I would do the most to try and not spend it. The money that I got left over there, the money that I got left over from gas, and the money that I got left over from my grocery budget, all of that I would pick up and I would put into my student loan, which I'm going to show you guys this here. As you can see, my second student loan here, and that's what I've been doing. I'll show you guys, see. What I've been doing is that I have been, whatever I get left over, I roll over into that. Instead of rolling it over to the next month, I roll it over into my student loan. Now, this doesn't mean that that is going to take over your payment. Let's say your minimum payment is $50 or your minimum payment is $130. I think the biggest one that I've seen is like $230, and that's for these student loans that are like massive. $230, $239 a month is the most I have seen to this moment. I don't know if anyone out there has a bigger amount than that, but it's not going to, this money that you're rolling over is not going to substitute the payment. It's going to add on top of the minimum payment. So let's say I have $50. I think mine went up to 65. $65 is what I have to pay as my minimum payment. What I will do on top of that 65 is everything that I rolled over, I will put on top of that payment. And that helps us reduce quicker the amount. That's how I was able to pay off the first student loan. Also, the stimmy checks, as people call them, that would be the fourth one. The stimmy checks that we are receiving now, instead of using that to splurge or buy TVs, as I've seen people here, people are like on a TV craze here, and everyone just buys massive TVs, new furniture, new refrigerators, and all this stuff. No, what I did was I saved a part for emergency fund, and then I took a little bit for knee procedure, and I took a chunk of it, maybe like $100, $200 every time I get one of these, and I throw towards student loan debt. And that's what I've been doing. Now, I know some people are behind on rent and you're using it for that. God bless, right? That you have had that opportunity. And sorry to hear about all the ones that have lost their jobs during this time. Try doing side hustles at home. Don't stay down is what I say. Don't stay depressed. Don't stay, with your hands crossed. Try doing these side hustles at home. Try reinventing yourself. So that would be another tip that I would give you, right? So, we just have so many things here that we can do. Also, like right now, my computer broke. I have my envelopes. So what I do is, since my computer broke, I have no way of like taking out different envelopes or making different envelopes. Luckily, I had a copy of this envelope. So what I did was I took various copies of this envelope, which you can get at my shop, budgetingonthego.com, budgetingonthego.com. You can get these envelopes, and I have just kept printing them out, and that's what I've been using. So I haven't stayed without them, and it has really been a game changer. So tip number 5 would be always to make a budget, write out your budget, stick to it, and use either cash envelopes or trackers. If you're not a cash person, use trackers. That way you know how much you have in your account, how much you got to take out for each and everything, which is very helpful. So hopefully the tips weren't all scattered around. I just went to get a lot in and tell you guys how I managed to pay that off. Also, if you have change, if you have like a little jar and you put in your coins, I have also done that. You go to a little coin star machine or the coin machines, whichever one you have around your home, dump it out, and sometimes you can get 20, 30, 40, $50. That also works to make an extra payment towards your student loan. What I have right now is, because of this virus situation, my student loans are on pause. But if I do make a payment, because mine are subsidized student loans, if I make a payment, it hits the principal, completely the principal. when you are paying off student loans, it's very essential for you to pay more than the minimum. What I have seen, I wasn't looking at this before, but when was it? Oh, when Hurricane Maria came for us, it was about 3 years back. When Hurricane Maria came for us, they didn't consider us as an island and that we had gone through this situation. So the only thing that they offered me was forbearance. When I started making payments, I actually looked at the whole stub. You can look at it like when it comes monthly or when it goes into now you can see your account online. From the $50 I was paying, $1 was going towards the principal. From $50, $1 was going towards the principal. Everything else was the whole interest rate. That's the point when I got overwhelmed and I started throwing extra into the payments. Then this whole virus thing came. When I tried to pay off the smallest one, I had the money saved up. I tried to pay it off. The company people weren't there. But then again, I was the one that got jeopardized. Because although I tried to pay, but there was this answer machine that kept saying, our company representatives are out owing to the virus, da-da-da-da-da-da. But then, I would say 5 months later, I got a letter saying that they were going to garnish my wages. And I was like, wait, I've been trying to pay this student loan for like 6 months back. At this point, I wasn't going to fight with them anymore. What I did was I wrote a letter to them as well as I sent in the full payment. And I let them know, I've been trying to pay this since way back in May. The problem is your company was closed. How am I supposed to pay if you got a closed company? So do be mindful. Always check your student loans. Always check the letters that come in. Sometimes we see the letter with the company and we throw it off to the side. Read it, check it, front, back. Check your emails. Always be mindful and check everything, because when you come to see, you got your wages garnished when you have been paying or you've been trying to pay. So be mindful. This is the year, guys, to be out of debt, to get out of your student loans, to get out of any debt that you have. Let's get to it. You can follow me on Instagram, _budgetingonthego_. I'll also try to post more. Remember, these videos will not be edited too much because I don't have a PC right now. You can also go and purchase any of my printables. You can purchase any of the envelopes and any other printable that I have on the shop. Make sure you go there, budgetingonthego.com. Subscribe to see upcoming and new videos. Thank you for watching and thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully you guys will write in the comments box below, what have you been able to pay this year? What are you working towards? What debt do you want to attack this year and get it done and over with? Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video.